In addition to that, I'd like you to get Pack 1, because Pack 1 gives you the 5 basic food groups of magic. It will give you the 5 most important fundamental elements that revolve in magic. Now, don't forget that magic is actually the art of misdirection. It's the art of directing attention, and it also provides you with the ability, with a very special kind of ability, to perform self-study, self-observation. There are different self-observation, self-knowledge, presence, and attention. 5 major food groups of personal transformation. It also provides you with the ability to perform acts of service, random acts of service. Here's what I wanted to tell you actually today, more than anything else. First of all, if you don't get a change bag, and you don't get the secrets of the French drop, at least, if not Pack, if you get Pack 1, you're basically getting the secrets of the French drop free.
Right.
You're getting about $100 value total. $100 additional value when you get that pack. Look, the French drop, you get Fleetsy and Flootsy, you get the Vanishing Pig, you get the Houdini ring, which is, I carry that with me everywhere. I never go without my Houdini ring. And then you're going to get also the elephant to mouse, the elephant to mouse, which is cuter than a button. That thing is going to really go.
And it's not on here, but you get an additional DVD with how you do it.
Yeah, you get 2 DVDs. One is the DVD that goes through all of the things that you will do with the French drop, and what's called the Hebrew Rise, which is the recovery from the drop. And then you will also get another DVD which goes through all of the other tricks that you get in the pack, the other 4 tricks you get in the pack. So there's 2 different DVDs.
And written instructions.
And written instructions on top of all that.
And you pack everything.
And I packed it all myself, it's true. And I also made all this stuff myself. I constructed it myself. I packed it myself. I wrote the instructions. I packed the instructions in. I did the videos. Yeah, that's right. And now who will help me eat the cake? So, yeah, I put all that together for you. I didn't put it together for me. What do I need that for? But I'll tell you, between those things especially, you will love Fleetsy and Flootsy. That is my very favorite trick of all time. Fleetsy and Flootsy, the acrobatic ants. And it teaches you the basic paddle move, which you really need to learn. Then the disappearing pig, the vanishing pig, teaches you how stupid the gimmick can be, and you'll still get away with it. And you need to know how stupid the gimmick can be, and you still get away with it. And it also teaches you a very important principle of how to make things appear and disappear. And then you also get, what was it? You get the
Elephant mouse.
Elephant to mouse, which teaches the basic principle of psychokinesis, of moving things with mental power. It's the very basis of that. And then you're also going to get the Houdini ring, which is the very basis of escapes, of all escapes, and seance tricks of all kinds are all foundationally in that trick. And then the French drop, which is the absolute basic move, the basic sleight that all magicians use, so much so that when a magician meets another magician on the street, they do a French drop to prove to each other that they're professionals. Okay. That having been said, those 5 things in the Pack 1 and the change bag are literally going to change your life. Even if you never perform it in front of anybody else, if you just do it in front of a mirror. You don't even show your family and friends. You just do it you yourself in front of a mirror. It's a practice. It's not a trick. It's not a magic trick. It is a practice. It's a practice. One of the things, you may not realize this, we have Magic for Life, which is a program where you actually perform at hospitals, hospices, homeless shelters, parks, libraries, all kinds of places. And you do this for the benefit of others. You do this as a way of service. Even if you only do it for 1 hour a week, 1 hour a month, 1 hour a year, it's still a way of service. If all you have is a spare 15 minutes in a year's time, I pity you. But maybe that's all you've got, is 15 minutes a year to devote to something other than yourself. If that's the case, so that 15 minutes a year, you know, even that will help you a little bit to climb out of the hole you're in. So, I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours developing this for your sake, for your use. And think about it. You're on the street and you're passing the hat and you say, I'd like you to help me so that I can afford to perform in hospitals and hospices for terminally ill people, for people who are very, very seriously, and who need a laugh, who need some kind of magic in their lives, who need a little bit of a spark of hope. Just a little spark of hope. So please give so that I can afford to go to the hospitals and perform these same things for those folks. Because if I do that, I can't be working at a factory job. I need to go do this stuff, so I need the hours. So if you'll help me, I can help them. And so you can promote it that way. And use that money for that purpose of supporting yourself so that you can perform these acts of service. I had discussions with a number of my friends who have communities, who run communities. I'm not going to tell you who they are. You already know who they are. And we had a little group discussion a couple of times. One of the people who runs, I wouldn't call him a people, but one of the folks who runs a community, very well-known community all over the world. He has communities actually all over the world. And he said, he says, I feel like a doctor sometimes who prescribes medication and prescribes a course of action, suggests a course of action to a patient, and the patient nods enthusiastically and agrees to it and all of this. And then a year later you ask them, well, how did this course of action do for you? Did you see any results from this? And they say, well, I didn't do it. This practice is along with, if you're doing the flutes and you're doing the drums, and you're using the beacon and wearing a beta blocker or wearing an array of beta blockers, you're already doing a lot of practices that I do recommend, and those should have produced some change already. I want you to add to it at least the change bag. The transformation bag, the change bag. That's the least you should do. Now, in addition to that, I'd like you to get Pack 1. Because Pack 1 gives you the 5 basic food groups of magic. It will give you the 5 most important fundamental elements that revolve in magic. Now, don't forget that magic is actually the art of misdirection. It's the art of directing attention, and it also provides you with the ability, with a very special kind of ability, to perform self-study, self-observation. There are different self-observation, self-knowledge, presence, and attention. 5 major food groups of personal transformation. It also provides you with the ability to perform acts of service, random acts of service.